Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Break. 55. Check. 55. Mike. Pilot. 64. Weak. Here we go. Hey, box drop. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Second and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now an early third and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to throw now on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that,
and he coughed it up. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line.
Check. 59.
They'll set up to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first.
You got it.
Smith-Schuster. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 36-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Second and 4. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Topper. Shoot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it?
He's got a man complete. Give him 32 on the play. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A pickup of 11 at a Texans first down.
That's good for a Texans first down.
What's that?
26-yard line.
Okay, just like that.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Bring it, bring it. And let's go.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
That's it, baby.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Biggins. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushed him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He's trying to put his foot into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there. Right?
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at the 28.
After the interception, here's Watson. It's complete. Stills. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Texans 24. Steelers nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Running from the gun, Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Check back.
First and goal.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's when the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Duke Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On first down, it's Watson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown. Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. A PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 31 yards there and a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to get a score back. Boswell good with the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan...
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now back to throw. And now here's another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
6-6, pull it high.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. Shifts by him. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they start the second half with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Watch the whip. Ready?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
He don't want it. 25, check 25, check 25.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And now here's another interception. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big run there by Johnson. 61 yards that time on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete from the 21. It's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here we go on 4th down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Before a running back, that kind of encompasses everything right there. Terrific run, but he almost gets into the end zone. Remember, almost. Didn't quite get there. Most running backs I know, they don't want to come out of the game now. They're screaming to the bench.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will shave one more off this lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Houston. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They go play action here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up second and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. Watson off play action. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
64, weak.
On first down, Dobbins. He's got a first down past the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it second and 5. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A gain of 3, second down. Throwing now, Watson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
94.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Back to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And Watson's going to throw it here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Houston, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.